Howdy do ya, this is John, and today we're talking about Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, a new movie on theaters right now. And in Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, it deals with Lydia Deetz, who returns to the home from the first movie after a tragedy occurred. And while she is in the town, her daughter gets kidnapped, and she is stuck enlisting the help of Beetlejuice, who terrorized her in the first movie, to get her daughter back. Okay, so first things first, what I liked about the movie, I like how Beetlejuice was still Beetlejuice. They did not wokeify Beetlejuice or anything like that, although I wouldn't necessarily say they went as extreme as they did in the first movie. Probably the closest they got to wokeifying him was in his office. He's meeting with these people, and he's just like, this is kind of a safe space. But then he acted like Beetlejuice for the rest of the scene. I don't know if that was meant to be a jab or not, but that was kind of funny. But also, Lydia has returned in this film, and, you know, what they did with her, she is basically the Lydia from the first movie, however, just simply older. I like that. What, little changes they made to Lydia were just because she's older, she's seemingly somewhat wiser, but she's still the dark, gothic, kind of macabre little girl from the first movie. Also, this movie has like the fun energy from the old Tim Burton movies that Burton hasn't really shown a lot over the last decade and a half. The old fun energy from the original Beetlejuice, from Batman, from, Edward Scissorhands. This film does have that. It also has a few horror elements as well, especially with Dolores, who's played by Monica Bellucci. Whenever she would show up, it suddenly become kind of a horror film a little bit. Then after that, they went back to the fun, old school Tim Burton vibe. I also liked how Tim Burton only used CGI really when he had to. Because let's face it, CGI, it's overused nowadays. It really is. A few times that I noticed there were definitely CGI effects. It's when, honestly, I probably would have even resorted to it as well. Other than that, you have, traditional makeup, animatronics. Heck, there's even stop motion at one point. You don't see a whole lot of that nowadays. In terms of the narrative, it really isn't until like the last 45 minutes before the narrative even truly hits. In my opinion, it should, go in full force before the halfway point. And, to Tim Burton and the writer's credit, up until then, it's never boring. Seriously, it really isn't. However, it's definitely felt. It's felt, and, it does become a problem. I also think that there's definitely too many throwbacks to the first Beetlejuice. I have seen fan service done incredibly well, including, nostalgic throwbacks. Just look at Spider-Man No Way Home. Perfect example. This one, the nostalgic throwbacks, it just kind of felt like they were running out of ideas, and we're just like, okay, let's just revive this one thing from the old Beetlejuice. The sandworm didn't really amount to nothing except a quick homage to the original Beetlejuice. So Dolores, while her character, it's not a bad character, and I think Monica Bellucci does a good job in it. Narratively speaking, she doesn't amount to much. I'm dead serious. Narratively speaking, her character's just kind of there. I really wish that with Dolores, they had actually made her important to the movie. Overall, Beetlejuice, it's not one of Tim Burton's best movies. It's more akin to what his career has been post-Sweeney Todd. His best movies, they're fun, they're entertaining, they're not bad. However, they don't really to the level that his older movies go. Put it this way, is that as bad as Dark Shadows? No. Dark Shadows is really bad. Really more on par with like Miss Peregrine, where it's fun, it's entertaining, it's not bad. It's not as good as the original Beetlejuice. I'm going to give Beetlejuice Beetlejuice a 7. That's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, Badetsky will return.